Hello and welcome all. My name is Khanam and this is my 25th video in React series. In our previous video, we have seen how to create this simple website and we have learnt about the concept of components and also how to import images, how to import Bootstrap. We have seen everything about this in our previous video. Now in this video, we are going to learn about props. Here you can see I have this definition. Props is a special keyword in React which stands for properties. This is the short form what we are writing here, props. The full form is properties and it is being used for passing data from one component to another. We have already seen what are components, and to use components we have to import in whichever file you want. Okay, only then we can use component, and that component we have to export that one and then we can use that component. Okay, now this is property. This props is nothing but it is used for passing data from one component to another. Just assume I have two components, component A and component B, and from component A, if I want to pass some data to component B, then I'll be using props. Okay, props is mainly used for sending the data from the parent component to child component. Okay, I'll be explaining you in practical. Okay, only then you will understand what is props, and also I have already created complete project on props. If you want, you can just refer that one. Furthermore, props data is read only, which means that data coming from the parent component should not be changed by the child component. Okay, we'll see an example on this and only then we will understand what is this parent component, what is child component, and what is this props. Okay, and why it is very useful when it comes to React. Here you can see this, we have already seen this one. Now from here I'm just going to delete that project whatever we have done. Okay, I don't need that one, and inside app.js I'll just come to app.js, and from here I'm just going to remove this components, and also I'll be removing this components. We are going to write completely from the scratch. Let me keep this Bootstrap, and here I have this app component. Now you can see here I don't have anything inside this. Okay, inside this localhost 3000 port I don't have anything now. Okay, it's completely empty, and now we are going to understand what is props. Okay, inside index.js I have already rendered app component. To render this app component we have to use like this. Okay, and I have imported Bootstrap. Okay, so that we are going to use Bootstrap and we will not focus much on styling part using CSS. Okay, we are going to apply Bootstrap classes and we will make the design. Now inside app.js I am just importing React from React. I have this function app, and here I am just returning this one and I am exporting that one. Once I export, I can just import inside index.js and I can use that component here. Okay, now we will understand what are props. Now suppose inside app I'll just create one input field. I'll just create one input field and type I'll just give here email, and value I'll be giving I'll just give here email khanam@gmail.com, and also I'll just give here name attribute I'll just give here email I'll just give my email. Name attribute I'll be giving my email. Now this input field I'll just copy from here, and inside this index.js I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, and also I'll just save this. Now you can see here I have this output, this input field. Okay, I have just written here input field inside index.js. I have rendered app component. I'll just remove as of now. I'll just remove this app component. Now here I have this input field, and inside this I have given the type as email, value as khanam@gmail.com, and name is equal to my email. Now here I have this output, value is already been filled. Now if I just inspect this one, inside elements I'll just come here, inside this diff root id. You can see here I have this input type is equal to email. Now here if you see here $0, use $0 in the console to refer to this element. Okay, I have to use $0 to refer to this particular input element. I'll just clear this one. Now here I'll be writing $0. Once I enter, you can see I got this input field and I got all the input field here. Okay, complete input field I got as my output here inside my console. Now if I want to get the value of this, okay, if I just give here $0.type, you can see I'll be getting type as email. If I give here $0.value, I'll be getting this value. Whatever I have inside this one, I am getting this one. If I give here name, $0.name, you can see I'll be getting my email. Okay, whatever attributes I have passed here, that is type, name and value, that if I give here $0.type, I'll be getting this as my output. Whatever I have passed that value, I will be getting that output. In React, we have already seen about components. Once we write components and we can use that components in any file, it allows us to reuse the code again and again. Okay, and we have already seen that once we import component, we will be using component as our custom element. But here, if you see here, these are called as attributes. This type, name, email, these are called as attributes. Now, if I want to create my custom attributes, suppose if I just give here $0 dot, I'll be giving here my email. I'll enter, you can see I'll be getting here undefined. Okay, which means that I don't have this my email attribute here, only type, name and value is present. I don't have this my email attribute, I'm getting this undefined. So it will be great if we create our custom attributes and we can give our own values and we can use that inside our project. Okay, we have already created custom elements for components. Now we are going to create custom attributes, and this custom attribute is nothing but it is called as props. Okay, in HTML, we will be passing props as an attribute, and once we are using that props inside JavaScript, we will be passing that as a parameter inside JavaScript. Once we write the code for this, you will understand in more better way, and this is all about props. Props is nothing but, I'll just show you the definition here. Okay, it is a special keyword in React and which stands for properties, and it is being used for passing data from one component to another. That is nothing but from parent component to child component. If we want to pass some data, then we are going to use props. Now we will understand by writing one example. I'll just remove this input field from here. I'll just uncomment this one. I'll save this. Now okay, app is not defined. I'll just uncomment this one. Now here I have this output. I'll just refresh this. Now here I don't have anything inside my browser. Now we are going to understand what is props. Inside index.js, I have already imported app component, and here I have rendered that one. Okay, I'm not going to touch index.js file now. I'll just close this one. Now inside app.js, I'll be creating one div, and for this div, I'll give the class name as container. And inside this div, I'll be using bootstrap here. I'll just write here get bootstrap. And from components, I'll just copy card from here. I'll just copy this card. And here I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Before that, I'll be creating one div. I'll give the class name as row, and also once I give class name as row, which means that all my cards will come in horizontal row, I'll just give here column property. In my larger screen, I want 3 cards. I'll just paste that card here. Okay, whatever I have copied, I'll be pasting that one, and here I'll just write images. I'll write my images folder. Inside this, I have this image1.jpg, and also I'll be closing this image. I'll save this, and now if you see the output, I'll just refresh once. I'll be removing this style attribute from here. I'll just remove this because it will be giving an error. I'll save this, and now you can see here I have this output. I have this card here. I'll just give here margin width as 5. I'll save this. Margin top and bottom, I'll just give 5. Now you can see I have this card. Now if I want another card, we have already seen in our previous tutorial, if I wanted another card, I just copied the entire code and I pasted that one. I'll just format the document here. Now in the same way, if I want another card, I have to copy this entire thing. I'll just copy this one, and here I have to paste that one. I'll be pasting 4 times. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see I have this 4 cards here. But in React, we are not going to use like this. We are not going to copy the code and we are not going to paste that one. We are just going to create separate component, and we will import that component in whichever file we need. Okay, now if I just show you, I'll just create one file here. I'll just give my file name as, I'll be giving my file name as props.js. Okay, we are learning about props, so I just created props.js. Now inside this file, I'll just give here import React from React. I'll just write one function here. I'll give my function name as props. I'll be using fat arrow function, and inside this function, I just want to return whatever card I'm having. I'll be returning it here, and here I'll just export that one. Export default and this one function name props. Okay, we have already seen about import and export. Now here I'll just come to app.js, this entire column, I'll just copy this entire column from here. I'll just copy that one, and here I'll be pasting that column here. Inside return, I'll be pasting that one. I'll save this, and from here I'm just going to remove all these cards. I'll just remove all these cards from here. I'll be removing this. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, I don't have anything. Inside prop.js, inside return, I have just copy pasted that one card. Okay, now here I'll be importing that file, import props from, and I'm inside the same folder. I'll be writing this one. I'll just write here props. I'll save this, and now this will be acting as my custom element. Okay, this is my component. Here I'll be pasting that component, and for custom elements we should be having this closing tag. If I show you, you can see I have this first card here. Okay, first I have only one card inside my output. Now if I just show you, you can see I have this one card inside my output. Now if I want 3-4 times, okay, as many times I can paste that one. I'll save this, and now you can see here I'll be having this cards. How many times I paste, that many times I'll be getting this card as my output. And also for this container, I'll just give here margin. I'll just give 3. I'll save this, and now I'll be having some sprays from below as well. Okay, this is how we are going to use components, and we are just going to import, and we are going to use this one. Now I'll just remove this. I'll just keep four properties here. I'll just keep 4 component prop. Now if I show you the output, I have this 4 cards here. Now the problem is my image is same, my title is same, my text is same, and also my button text is same. Okay, I don't need this one. I want different images, I want different title, I want different paragraph, and also I want different button text. Okay, so to achieve that one, we are going to use props. Okay, now this app.js is my parent, because inside this app.js I am importing prop. Okay, now this prop will be child of this app.js. Now this app.js will be the child of index.js, because I am importing app.js inside this index.js. Okay, this is how the cycle goes. I'll just close this one. Now my app.js is the parent, and to send the data from the parent component to child component, we are going to use props. Okay, now here inside this first component, first I have image. I'll just create one variable. This is my custom attribute. I'll just give image src, and inside this I'll be giving this images path. Okay, we have already seen how to use these images. I'll be giving here image1.jpg. We should not separate using semicolon, and also we should not separate using comma, because in our input fields we have already seen we will be directly writing type, name, without giving any comma and semicolon. We will be writing attributes. These props are my custom attributes, so I should not be separating using comma and semicolon. Now below this I have title. I'll just give title. I'll be giving here web development. Now next I have paragraph. Paragraph, let it be same. I'll just give here button. Button, I'll be giving read more. Okay, if you want, you can change the paragraph as well. You just have to write here you can just give here text, and inside this you can pass something here. Okay, I'm not giving because I have already given the dummy text, so let it be. Okay, now I have created 3 attributes: image src, title, and btn. Now these attributes I am passing inside app.js, which is the parent of props. Now I'll just save this one. Now if I just refresh this, you will see I am not having any effect. I am having the same card title, and I have this image, and I have this button here. Okay, I'll just change the image. I'll just give here 2, because one I am using here, so I'll just give here 2 so that we can see the change. Once I have created this custom attributes, now this is the parent component, and now this data I should pass to the child component. Okay, that is what we have seen. It is used for passing data from one component to another. Now this data is available inside this app.js, which is the parent. Now this I am passing inside props.js file using props. Okay, so to use that one, here inside this function you just have to write here props. Okay, you can give any name here. I am just writing props here. If I just do console.log, and if I show you what is props, I'll save this. I'll just refresh this one. Now I'll just inspect once. Now here in my console, you can see here I'm getting this object. Okay, prop is nothing but it is an object. You can see it is an object. I got this object, and here I am having this one object, an object. Okay, here I don't have anything, but inside this first object, okay, here you can see invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? We are going to change that one. But here in my first object, you can see I have this btn, read more, image I have here, and also title I have here. Okay, it's visible. Now this is object. Okay, objects we use to access object dot that particular property name. This object name dot this btn, object name dot image src, object name dot title. Now my object name is nothing but whatever I have given here, that is my object. So props dot btn, I'll be getting this data. Props dot image src, I'll be getting this data. Props dot title, I'll be getting this data. Okay, this is how we are going to access these attributes inside the child component. Okay, I'll just change this one, DOM property class. Did you mean class name? And inside index.js. I'll just come to index.js. Here I don't have class name. Inside app.js. Here I don't have. Inside, okay, I'm just going to change here. I'll just do Control F. I'll give here class. I'll just give here class, and here I'll be giving, I'm just going to change to class name. I'll replace all, and from here I'll just remove one name. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see I don't have any error. That error has gone, and inside my first object I have this. Okay, this is my object. You can see it's closed in curly braces, which means that it is an object, and this is an object, and this is an object, and this I am getting because here inside this app.js I have this 4 components. Okay, only one component 4 times I have defined, so I'll be getting 4 times. If I just give here one more time, I'll be getting 5 times. I'll just refresh once. Now you can see I'll be getting 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is how we are going to access that one. I'll just remove as of now. Now we have seen props is nothing but it is an object. Now I'll just comment this one. Okay, I'll just uncomment. Now here, instead of this title, instead of this image src, okay, now prop is an object, which means that it is JavaScript. JavaScript we should always close inside curly braces. We have already seen inside our JSX expression how to use JavaScript. Okay, now this is my prop name. Okay, this is my object name. I'll just copy this. I'll be pasting it here. Dot. I'll just come here. For image, I have this image src. I have this image src. I'll just write that one here, image src. Next, inside this card title, I'll just remove this one. I'll just remove this. And inside this one, I'll just use this flower braces. I'll be writing props dot. I have for title, I have given here title. I'll just give here title. And next for button, I'm just going to remove this. And here I'll just give here flower braces, and I'll be giving here props dot btn. I'll save this, and also I'm just going to give here text also. Text I'll be giving here. Text I'll just pass from here. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that text. I'll save this, and from here I'm just going to remove inside curly braces props dot text. Okay, whatever attributes I am passing, I am just accessing that one. This is my object, object name dot property name. Okay, that is my attribute name, object name dot attribute name. Okay, here you can see prop is nothing but it is an object, and it is used to pass the data from the parent component to child component. Now if I show you the output, you can see my image is been changed, my title is been changed, my text whatever I have given, and also my button text is been changed. Now for this components, I don't have any output. Inside first object, I am having this data, so that data is being displayed, and here I am just not hard coding any value. Whatever properties I am having here, okay, whatever attributes I am having here, that I am accessing here, and I am just storing that one. So for first card, I have just passed this attribute. So for first card, I'll be getting this data, this image, this heading, this paragraph, and this button. Now in the same way, if I want to get this data, I just have to write that. I just have to pass this attributes here. Okay, I'll just give here image 1. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, I'll just you can see I got this image. Okay, in the same way, I'll just copy this entire thing, and here I'll be pasting that one, and here I'll be pasting that one, and also here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, we are learning about props, and here I'll just give here Python. I'll just give here 2. Next I'll be giving here 3, image 3, and web development I'll be giving here React. React.js, I'll just give here 4, and here I'll just give here JavaScript. I'll save this. Now these are my custom attributes, and these attributes I'm accessing using object. Okay, prop is nothing but it is an object, and using this props.image src, props.title, props.text, I'll be accessing each card data. Okay, I'll be accessing this particular, for first component I'll be getting this data, for second I'll be getting this, for third card I'll be getting this, and for fourth card I'll be getting this. Now if you see the output, you can see I'm having all the images, the text has been changed, whatever I have given, title Python, image has been changed, title React.js, and also this image has been changed and title JavaScript. Now inside this object also all the data will be stored. Okay, I'll just refresh once. Now inside console you can see all the data is been stored. Okay, here in first, second, third and fourth, because I have done console.log, so it is been displayed inside props. For this I'm getting that output. Okay, this entire thing. Okay, this is all about props. Okay, we are just passing the data from the parent component to child component, and the data is read only. You can't change the data inside the child component. Okay, now this whatever you are getting from the parent component, you can't change the data inside child component. Okay, this is all about props. You can see here, I'll just show in larger screen. You can see my images, my title, my text, my read button, everything is being changed using props. Okay, this is how we are going to use props, and in our next tutorial we will see more about props. We will understand, we will reduce the code, this entire code whatever I have written here. Okay, this props I have written 4 times here. I'm just going to reduce that one. I'll be creating my own API. I'll be creating API for this array of objects, and using that API we will be accessing that data. We are not going to write the data here. From the API we will be accessing that data, and using map method we will be accessing that API data here. Okay, and using this only one component we will be getting data using map method. Now here if you see here, we have written 4 times. If I want again, I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one, how much ever times I need. You can see here I'll be getting that output here. Okay, I don't need that one, I don't need to change that code here. Okay, when it comes to JavaScript, it's all about we don't have to copy and paste. We will be creating separate components, and that components we will be importing inside our projects. Now in our next tutorial we will see how to reduce this code, how to use API, how to use map method, and how to reduce this entire code into 4 to 5 lines of code. Okay, prop is a short form of properties, and it is nothing but it is a keyword in React. Okay, it is used to pass the data from the parent component to child component, and the data whatever it's passed from the parent to child, it's read only. We can't change the data inside the child component. And also to create custom attributes we are going to create props, and prop is nothing but it is an object, and objects can be accessed using dot symbol. We have seen here dot this title. Okay, this attribute whatever you have given here, that you should give there. If you just don't give here, instead of this if you just give something, if I just give sc, now if I show you the output, you can see I will not be getting any images. Okay, whatever name you have passed inside this attribute, that name only you should be passing here, only then it will access. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.